Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here, and today I have a very highly requested energy drink, and that drink is the Monster Lewis Hamilton. It was a little difficult for me to find at first, but I do know a lot of other people were finding it. They were finding it at the Dollar Tree. It took a little while before it came to Dollar Trees near me, but I finally found it. I got it for you today. Coming right up. Hello again everyone, thank you so much for joining me today, and if you want to stay informed on all things caffeine related, feel free to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every Tuesday night and one of the weekends. And if you're looking to get early access to Caffeine Man videos and help support the channel, I do offer channel memberships. You can click the join button down below to find out more. I'll also include a link in a pinned comment. And in today's video, we're going over the Monster Lewis Hamilton. I finally found it. Like I said, everyone was telling me it was at the Dollar Tree, but every time I went, they didn't have it, and I finally went this weekend and found it. And I decided to get the review out to you guys right away. But what's very interesting about this drink is that this drink was actually released like over 4 years ago overseas. It was very popular overseas, but I'm not sure why they didn't actually ever release it in the US. Of course, when you look up Lewis Hamilton, you'll find out that he is a Formula One racer, and I thought racing was popular in the US, but maybe they were waiting to see how much it sold. But whatever the case, it is interesting because now the only store that has it is the Dollar Tree store. So why wouldn't you want to try and get your most money with a new drink, or new to the US? You can get your 2 for $5, so you can get $2.50 on the drink. I'm sure people would buy it. So it made me wonder, why is it the price that it is? Because I just think of these things, and of course, you guys know my feelings on Monster, so of course I think they're up to something shady because that's just what I think. And in my imagination, I thought maybe they didn't sell well overseas, so they shipped them all to the US and they like repackaged them and then tried selling them for like $1 each or $1.25. So to confirm my suspicions, I'm gonna do something. I've actually done this a couple of times before, but always jump cut it out of my video because it didn't really matter. Basically, some of the drinks have sleeves on them. So sometimes they'll print on the can, but then they'll put a sleeve over it. And sometimes it's just a plain can and then they put the sleeve over it. And I did notice that these Monster Lewis Hamiltons had sleeves on them. So I'm gonna cut the sleeve off to see if these were actually shipped from overseas. So here is the can, a nice close up. I'll spin it around to show you the back. This has all the US information on it, but there is a seam right here. So I'm gonna cut at the seam, rip the sleeve off, and see what we got. Moment of truth, gonna rip it off. No jump cuts or anything like that. It is printed on. Yeah, it's not that easy to come off. I didn't slice the whole thing. Oh, Caffeine Man was right. Here we go. No jump cuts there. And here it is, back of the can. Because different countries have different regulations, a different set of information on the back, because different countries have different regulations of what they have to put on there. You'll also see right there in the corner that it says 500 milliliters. They use the metric system everywhere else in the world besides the US. And another interesting thing to point out, look over here. Look, can you see it? Look right there. The 44 is misprinted. Therefore, these cans are actually defective. They put a sleeve over them, wrapped them around, shipped them to the US, selling them at the Dollar Tree. Monster. Pulling a fast one on us. We shall see if they continue to sell this drink in the US after all the Dollar Trees are sold out. That'll actually make for a pretty good thumbnail. Monster pulling a fast one on you. Actually, that's too many words. I'll figure something out. Yeah, you already know what the thumbnail was. And if I do put that question on the thumbnail, now you know. And why am I over here already? I must have moved the chair when I went to grab the drink from back there. I'll put the drink back there again. Showing the new can back there, or the old can back there without the sleeve. If you guys don't believe me, actually I have 2 cans. So yeah, here are the 2 cans. I mean, I should probably just put pictures, but people might think they're photoshopped because there are a lot of Monster lovers here and they don't like it when I talk bad about Monster. But I'm not talking bad, I'm pointing out the facts. So first, I'll show you the 44. I know when I actually go over there, it's hard to hear me. So first, I'm gonna show you the 44 differences, and then I will show you back information differences. So here's the one with the sleeve on it with the proper 44, and here is the one with the sleeve taken off. And then you can also tell in the back. Alright, so now that we have that out of the way, let me jump back into my script, because I wasn't really planning on doing that, because I've done it before and it didn't show any results, but hey, first time for everything. And the next thing I was gonna say was I actually had a heck of a time trying to find reviews on these. Most of the time, I don't actually look for other reviews. I would say 90% of the time, I don't actually check out any other reviews because I don't want to be influenced by what they say. But if it's a unique flavor, sometimes I'm always curious what other people have to say. And first off, it was hard finding videos on this. I tried to do a search just for the ones released in the last year because I knew most of them were going to be older videos from 4 years ago, and they were all going to be overseas videos. So I figured if they actually changed the formula for the US, it might actually taste different. But now I know that it's not going to taste different because it's the same exact formula. And there was like only one video that had like a ton of views. Most of the videos had between like 6 views and like 50 views. And when you watch the reviews, you kind of know why. And you know, I don't want to talk bad about anybody else because this YouTube gig, it's a hard gig. But one of the reasons why I started my channel was because there weren't really many good reviews out there. And I wanted to get you some accurate information. And no word of a lie, here's what I heard from some of the reviews because I was forced to watch the reviews because there wasn't much out there. There were several people that said it was good. Didn't tell you what it tasted like. I hate that. They said it was good. Other people, guess what they said? It was kind of bad. Then we upgraded to some more details. Someone said that it was pretty sweet, and that was their conclusion, that it was pretty sweet, not what it tasted like. And luckily enough, there were a few people that said, oh, you know, this kind of tastes like bubble gum, which I thought was interesting. You had some people, or maybe it was one person that said it tasted like Red Bull, which I thought was weird, but possible. And then some people saying that it tasted like grape. So I decided out of all those people, depending on what I tasted, if I tasted the same thing as any of them, I'm gonna give them a shout out. It's all a matter of who was most accurate. And like I said, I started off with the past year and didn't find much. So I did actually expand out and found some reviews from 4 years ago as well that were pretty decent. So the question is, can Caffeine Man actually describe it better? My goodness, I hope so, because if I can't, then I'm gonna have to jump cut that whole section about people not being able to describe it that well. So let's go ahead, let's taste it out. Hey guys, look, I got a second wall full of cans. I just didn't have time to switch over today. Ta-da! It's still not all of them. And I do plan on doing a can tour at some point. The Lewis Hamilton Monster Edition, US version. Not the US version, oh Monster, you little dirty dogs, you. Tricking people. Let's taste it out. And you know, I don't get to say clear color because it ain't clear. You got that standard energy drink color. It might be a touch more yellow than your standard energy drink color. Standard energy drink color is a touch more brown or tannish. But you know, it is Lewis Hamilton, so it probably is a little bit different. Let's taste it out. Fingers crossed. Hope for the best. 90 calories, 26 grams of sugar, 1 gram of erythritol, over 200% of your daily value of most of your B vitamins, as well as sucralose and a lot of your other common Monster ingredients. And you might be saying, wow, they went a little bit lower on the sugar than most of the Monster drinks. It is cut by almost half because most of the Monsters are usually around 54 to 56 grams of sugar. But as I've mentioned in numerous of my other videos, the drinks overseas are different formulas because different countries have different regulations on sugar and caffeine amounts. What's the caffeine amount? It's probably 160, but it's actually 150, so 150 milligrams of caffeine. And like I said, different countries have different amounts due to regulations on sugar and caffeine limits, which is why you don't see a lot of the US drinks in general that they come out with. Overseas, we have a lot more selection because we have a lot less regulations. Now, let's go ahead, taste it out. So for your carbonation, you're getting a medium to high carbonation, closing it on high. For your sweetness, you're definitely getting a high sweetness out of here. Even though it's only got that 26 grams of sugar, 1 gram of erythritol, they are making up for it with a bunch of sucralose. And for your flavor profile, I am also gonna say you're getting a high flavor profile out of here. And as much as I dislike saying it, I am always honest with you guys. I actually like that flavor. It's actually pretty good. How does it compare to some of those other reviews? I'm not really gonna say it tastes like bubblegum. That one guy who says it's sweet is actually sweeter than a lot of your other drinks. And as for the flavor, it does have a little bit of that Monster flavor. I would say they took the original Monster flavor and they changed it a bit, and it doesn't have that bad Monster flavor that I don't like. There's something about the green Monster that I don't really like that much. But what they did was they overpowered that with a different kind of sweetness, because I think the original Monster is a sickly sweet kind of flavor, but this Monster, maybe because it's less sugar and a little bit of erythritol, has a really nice sweetness to it. It's a strong, solid sweetness, but it's a good flavored sweetness. And I think the person that described it most accurately was the people that said it tasted kind of like a grape flavor, but I don't think it's a super strong grape flavor. I wouldn't actually call this a grape energy drink specifically. I would say it's sort of a sweet Monster flavor, pulling back on the Monster flavor and adding in some grape. And for that grape flavor, it's a sweeter grape flavor. Therefore, it is time for the shout out, because someone actually described this perfectly. Very, very happy about that, because I couldn't find that many reviews. And this person actually has 31,000 views. So yeah, compared to the other people that barely broke 100, 31,000 views, because he did a great job reviewing it. Very professional setup and very accurate in his description. So you guys should check out his channel. He's done a lot of reviews, mostly on the Monster products and only stuff that he can find because he is in a different country. But be sure to check out Caffeine Addict TV. He's been doing this a long time. He's fun to watch and gives an accurate representation of what the drinks taste like. And I don't even think I'll hit 31,000. I mean, he's had 4 years to get to the 31,000, so maybe my Monster video might hit that, but I think he's gonna be holding that #1 spot for pretty much forever. So the ultimate question is, where's this gonna be going on the Caffeine Man rating chart? Well, I never really thought some of the original Monster flavors I was gonna actually like, but they have surprised me with a lot of drinks. They're definitely surprising me with this one by shipping it from a different country and then charging $1.25 for it at the Dollar Tree. So you guys better not make me any more mad than I already am and like discontinue this flavor. Maybe this is what they're doing. They're seeing how popular it's gonna be and how much they actually sell. And then once it sells out of the Dollar Trees, maybe they'll actually package it the way they're supposed to, make a US version out of it, and then have that in regular stores. Who knows with Monster? Anyway, Caffeine Man rating chart, I am giving this an 8.7. It's a good flavor. If I saw it in the stores, I might consider picking it up, but if it comes to the US and they go up on the sugar, I will also be mad at that, because at 26 grams of sugar, I think that every now and again, I can take in 26 grams of sugar if I kind of want that flavor. And at an 8.7, it's a pretty good flavor. If you guys have a Dollar Tree near you, be sure to pick it up, but only if you're someone who likes Monster flavors, because like I said, it does have a little bit of that Monster flavor, a little bit of that energy drink flavor, but it is overpowered by the sweet grape flavor. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Until next time, have yourselves a great day. Or night. Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here, and today I have a somewhat hard to drink for me. What? Somewhat hard to drink for me. Somewhat hard to find drink. Somewhat hard. Everyone's been finding it though. Like, it wasn't somewhat hard for everyone else because now it's everywhere. It was just me because it took forever to get to me. Change the beginning.